fishes. It just looked very good, and I really liked the crocodiles.
It's a completely different perspective from how I felt about big cities, and it brings out the behavioral patterns of the city, which I never felt city has any behavior.
I started Water in the aftermath years of the big financial meltdown of 2008, which threatened society with some form of extinction. This painting became the calling card of the project. Looking at Water, the threat becomes apparent. What lies beneath, still and undisturbed, can dive at any moment and sink what's above.
London is arguably one of the most interesting cities in Europe, and only a century ago was the centre of the planet. London's origins, though, are humble. It was founded in the 1st century on the swamps of the River Thames by the Romans. The original settlement looked after the interests of the emperor in this remote corner of the empire.
London was the capital of the empire where the sun never set, or equally, where there never was a sunrise.
Like most metropolises, London works on hundreds of juxtaposed layers. For centuries, the real power, the financial institutions, remained in the shadows. But now its imposing presence is ever increasingly easy to spot, with dozens of corporate and speculative residential towers that are rapidly transforming the city's skyline.
Thanks to the tourist, the old imperial character is very much alive. Like a phantom limb sensation, holding a grip on people's imagination.
In June 2015, R.P. Browne's Apex was exhibited in London at the Crypt Gallery.
The venue is great. I really like what you did with sound and so on. That really added to it as well.
The crypt of St Pancras Parish Church lies in the central borough of Camden, London. It was designed and used for coffin burials from 1822, when the church was opened, until 1854. During both World Wars, the crypt was used as an air raid shelter. From the 7th of September 1940 to the 21st of May 1941, about 1 million houses were destroyed and more than 20,000 civilians were killed. On each of the 71 major German air raids, at least 100 tons of bombs were dropped over the city. The crypt later became an art gallery in 2002 and now hosts a range of exhibitions and events throughout the year.
The Crypt Gallery, with its low vaulted corridors, was literally beneath the urban crust, and it had a foggy, primal character. During my first visit, I knew at once it was the right place for a show.
I think it's very, very interesting indeed. The way that you've managed to bring the crocodile in with the 4 elements. Very appropriate, it seems to me, and also a lot of it seems to be New York, but some of it's London as well.
Air evokes the Dutch tulip mania of 1637, one of the first financial collapses to be recorded. In Amsterdam, right before the crash, a single tulip bulb reached higher prices than a house. Ironically, the last giant bubble to burst was in the housing market.
I think the Earth was a favourite piece.
While painting Earth, my mind was on the planet we inhabit. It gives us everything, protects us from roasting, and shelters us like a giant nest. The voracious system ruling the planet is eroding the pillars which sustain life. I just hope those pillars won't get too thin, or gravity will do the rest.
I think my favourite one was Fire. I thought that was pretty powerful.
On the same page as Earth, Fire depicts the exhausted urban planet. In this dystopian painting, the creature's scales are the city blocks of Manhattan, scorching ambers and ashes. The picture is an inquiry into the use of energy and resources, in particular the abuse of fossil fuels.
Yes, the snake going across the Thames, I thought, was really